Warning, due to adult language and humor, the following content may not be suitable for any viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following live stream or video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome one and all to some breaking news here on PACIFIC414 Pop Talk for this Monday, April 3rd, 2023. This article comes from Bleacher Report, and there you see it, folks. The headline right there reads, Vince McMahon agrees to sell WWE to Endeavor to form a $21 billion plus live sports brand with UFC. Endeavor is the parent company of UFC, and let's go ahead and get into this article by Mike Chiari and see what it has to say about this transaction here on this Monday after WrestleMania 39 on Sunday night. It says, after roughly 70 years of being in the control of the McMahon family, WWE was sold to Endeavor Group Holdings on Monday. WWE and UFC, which is owned by Endeavor, are merging to form a $21 billion global live sports and entertainment company. With the transaction, UFC was valued at $12.1 billion and WWE had a valuation of $9.3 billion. We have a quote here which says, together, we will be a 21 plus billion live sports and entertainment powerhouse with a collective fan base of more than 1 billion people and an exciting growth opportunity, WWE Executive Chairman Vince McMahon said. The new company will be well positioned to maximize the value of our combined media rights, enhance sponsorship monetization, develop new forms of content, and pursue other strategic mergers and acquisitions to further bolster our strong stable of brands. Endeavor will have a 51% controlling interest, with the remaining 49% spread across WWE's shareholders. After retiring from his positions as WWE Chairman, CEO, and Head of Creative in July 2022, McMahon returned to the company in January 2023 as part of the board of directors, which fueled rumors of a potential sale. McMahon, who was re-elected executive chairman shortly after his return, said in a statement at the time that he wanted to have a hand in television rights negotiations because of his status as WWE's controlling shareholder. Just before his return, Lauren Thomas of the Wall Street Journal reported that his primary motivation for coming back was to lead discussions of a potential sale. CNBC's Alex Sherman later reported that WWE had hired investment banking company JP Morgan for advertisement on a possible sale, and it was noted that Comcast, Fox, Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Netflix, Amazon, Endeavor, and Formula One owner Liberty Media were among the potential buyers. One possible buyer not mentioned by Sherman was Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, and on the night of January 10th, multiple reports surfaced that WWE had either agreed to or finalized a deal to sell the company to Saudi Arabia and revert to being private rather than publicly traded. It was later reported by Combat Sports insider Ariel Helwani that any such reports were premature, as WWE's board of directors had not yet agreed to sell the company to any entity. Still, the writing was on the wall that a sale was coming regardless of the buyer, and it finally did come to fruition. Vincent K. McMahon's grandfather, Jess McMahon, and father Vincent J. McMahon founded the Capital Wrestling Corporation in 1953, which later became the Worldwide Wrestling Federation and then the World Wrestling Federation. In 1982, Vincent J. McMahon sold WWE to his son, and it morphed into a global powerhouse that became publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange in 1999. Due largely to its massive television deals with NBC Universal and Fox, WWE has been more profitable than ever in recent years, which positioned it well to maximize value in a sale. While fans and analysts have been bracing for a sale, the focus now shifts toward what it will mean for the product moving forward. McMahon's role in the company and Triple H's status as head of creative are two things that will be determined by the buyer, provided they haven't been decided already, which is very true. I'll have a few thoughts on this after I finish reading this article, and we will definitely talk about this more on Wednesday's Pop Talk at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Since McMahon ran WWE Creative from 1982 until his retirement in 2022, it stands to reason that he would potentially want to resume the role, although he is now 77 years old, and the belief among most fans is that he lost his creative touch long ago. Given its status as a juggernaut in pro wrestling and sports entertainment spaces, WWE is here to stay. But how the company will look in the months and years to come is anyone's guess. And to be honest, some might say, why are you covering WWE? The whole reason why I'm covering WWE, especially for this article right here, right now on this Monday, is because of the impact WWE and its stars have made on the world of pop culture. From the likes of Macho Man Randy Savage, you have Hulk Hogan, you have The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and John Cena as one of the current stars that's made that transition from the squared circle, the wrestling ring, into the ring and the bright lights of Hollywood. I don't really know what the future for WWE holds now that it's under new ownership. And with that new ownership having 51% control to Vince McMahon and the shareholders 49%, they have more of a say now than ever. I have heard many of fans say that the product is better with Triple H in the head of creative. Now, if I were in charge of Endeavor, I wouldn't make any quick changes as of yet, but that's just me. Endeavor's going to do their own thing. They're going to want to have a brand that everyone's going to want to watch the pay-per-views. Everyone's going to want to watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT. They're going to want to be engaged with both WWE and UFC. There is also the great potential that you can see WWE stars show up at a UFC event and UFC stars show up at WWE events. Yes, that has already happened before, but those particular stars, Brock Lesnar as a perfect example, weren't under WWE contract when he came over to UFC, and he wasn't under UFC contract when he first came back to WWE. Yes, he did go back into the octagon while under WWE contract, but this whole thing has the potential of being a very positive thing for the fans, but also at the same time it can be very negative. This is honestly an this is honestly an exciting day for a wrestling fan, but it's also a sad day. Last night, you could technically say, and even tonight's Monday Night Raw, were the last bits of entertainment given while the WWE was in control by the McMahon family. You know, there aren't too many family owned businesses anymore. And the WWE was actually one of the last remaining family owned businesses. And it was a conglomerate, it was known worldwide. Products were sold in stores. And by products, I'm saying, bed sheets, you had action figures. You go to WWE shop, you can buy a replica belt, or you can spend a little bit more money and get a belt that's actually authentic. There's a lot of merchandise that sold around WWE. WrestleMania has always been a big deal. I had one of the best experiences of my life going to WrestleMania 29 10 years ago. I will admit, I'm not as into wrestling now as I was before, but when you have a breaking news story like this, you can't ignore it. This will send shockwaves. What what impact is this going to make on AEW and Tony Khan and that group, or Impact Wrestling, or any other wrestling organization for that, whether they're trying to make it into the reign that WWE has created, or they're on the independent circuit? What sort of impact is this going to have? I would love to hear everybody's thoughts in the comment section on this video. And like I said before, we will definitely talk about this on Wednesday's Pop Talk at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I will make that a special open panel. It won't count toward the 2 monthly panels, but I will make it a special open panel for anybody who wants to talk about that in particular. So I would love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Share out this stream with your friends, and consider subscribing to the Pacific 414 YouTube channel, as I not only talk pop culture with Pacific 414 Pop Talk, I also do gaming. And with gaming, I will actually be streaming Scars Above for the first time on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I also will do occasional episodes of the box score recapping Chicago Cubs games. So thank you all so very much. And remember, I'm not just a baseball guy, I'm an all around guy. Take care, everyone.